I do remember going live, but do you remember going live? This is Toffee TV. We're in the studio. We're doing a live hangout on Patreon. At the moment, we have 0 viewers. 0, even though last week we said we'd be here at 6 o'clock. Well, it's 5 to 6, so maybe we're early. I don't know.
Well, we are early.
Are we, though? Are we?
We are.
Okay.
We're early. You said 6 o'clock. It's
did.
not 6 o'clock, therefore we're early.
But
we're early.
By whose reasoning? I mean, you know, who made clocks? The law?
Well, I don't think they're the law. I think they're just time.
Okay.
See that? Just while we're on it.
Yeah.
That fella.
Hang on, so we've suddenly got 28 viewers? How did that happen?
But that fella, the one we done any other business,
yeah.
the one who said the world was ending on the 23rd of September, started again. Now it's ending again. There's that planet's coming on. It's going to be 7 years of badness.
See, why didn't he do that in the first place? 7 years of book sales.
Yeah.
That, you know what I mean? He sort of shot his load now. Everyone's just going to go, you're full of shit, mate. You're full of shit.
Well, NASA did. NASA come on and said, yeah, he's a dickhead. Carry on.
I know, but that's not enough for some people. Anyway, you know, let us know your thoughts.
David Mead, I think his name is.
David Mead. Someone told me last week to watch the, based on any other business, you were saying watch the David Icke video.
Oh, David Icke's amazing.
I need to watch it.
Just watch David Icke.
I've seen David Icke at Goodison. Walking down the Goodison Road.
Okay. Well, he can't. Well, was it around the Martinez era? Did he say he's going to be shite? Well, no. What his videos are interesting.
All right.
Anyway,
give us your. There are 42 viewers watching, so
start asking some questions.
Let's have your thoughts.
Or give us your thoughts, so we can discuss.
Give us your thoughts and opinions, or
on David Icke if you want, but basically on Everton.
On anything.
We've been filming today. We've done a video on Ademola Lookman. We've done one on Big Ron. Not Big Ron, but Big Ronald.
Big Ron. We've done some smaller videos on Davy Klassen. Who else?
Lookman again.
Well, Lookman, yeah. But we did a really long one on Lookman. Oh, the Lookman video's boss.
Yeah.
Because it's not just about Lookman. It goes into all the Everton things, and it's like Lookman, like the
Lookman's the thread.
Is he like the thread running through why we're shit? You bet you didn't think you'd ever hear that.
Tim Howard was even mentioned, so look out for that.
We've had a couple of questions in. John Fairlong. John Fairlong. Do you know why I know that name? Because I packaged your t-shirt up today, John. That's how I remember that name. John Fairlong.
John Sound.
I think it's over there. No.
It's gone.
I've been in the post office. Is anyone's watching this? And because the t-shirt thing, okay, now it's so controversial. We basically we've been given updates all the time, and we've had people leaving us going, you lied about the t-shirts. We didn't lie about the t-shirts. People have already got the t-shirt. There's one bleeding here. Look. Right.
What was John's question, by the way?
Hang on.
I don't think
I've got to get basically packaging and all. I'm doing it all like single-handedly.
Well, to be fair,
you know what I'm saying?
No.
So anyway, to be fair, what else goes away every weekend? Don't seem for dust. So
not true.
They're on the way. So they're on the way. The t-shirts are on the way. You're not all getting them at the same time. I'm just going down the list like ping, 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 ping. So so many Australians.
God, mate,
you're gonna bankrupt me. There's so many Australians. There's someone in.
What was John's question?
I'll come to that in a minute. There's someone in Fargo called Sheldon.
Ben Affleck.
Sheldon. He wasn't in Fargo.
No, he was in Fargo. Ben Affleck.
Not.
Yeah,
that was.
It'll come back to me.
That was too. That was Argo.
Oh, Argo.
Because he says go.
Yeah.
There's one in Tasmania. It's amazing. I love it.
Was he a devil?
I don't know. John says, do you think Schneiderlin's form has dropped off because he isn't fighting for his place with Barry?
With me? I'm actually better than him now. I don't know, John. I just think, he's dropped off a cliff at the moment, hasn't he? He's that bad. I'm not sure. I don't know whether he just hasn't got up to speed yet.
Is it also maybe
because everything else?
Is it because as well he hasn't got anyone in midfield that moves? and might be called Ross to take the ball off him. Just saying.
Yeah.
Don't shoot the messenger.
I think that's a big part of it.
Who else has been on? Adam Galloway's been on. He says, "I'm here, lads. Read something today that Onyekuru might be coming back in January. What do you reckon that means for Lookman, if anything?" No, we didn't even mention Lookman. Ainsley Meyer says thoughts on reports that Onyekuru could be recalled in January. Baz?
Your survey says the problem is I'm quite sure Ronald Koeman would like Henry Onyekuru in in January.
Actually the only name.
I know you get it right. Got that right.
But I can get right every time. So
I told you when he comes to Everton, he's just going to simply be called Henry. Told you. We've got no chance of getting a work permit for him. Absolutely zero chance. Hence why he's at Anderlecht in the first place.
Mark Waymont also says, should we be bringing Onyekuru back? We can't.
It'd be great to bring him back, but it's not going to happen.
We can't get a work permit at the moment. He's only just started playing for Nigeria, and there was reports that it would be like special talent. But I think what will happen is that you'd have to play in the World Cup, which is obviously not till next summer, to get that special talent one. But what I found quite odd about this story was that it seemed like it come from close to him, because it had come from a Nigerian newspaper, and if I'm not mistaken, it was the same Nigerian newspaper that had those leaked pictures of him before it was announced that he'd signed. So it seems like it's come from him. So do you think maybe
he wants to come?
Maybe he's thinking, if I get in now,
I'm all right.
I could do a job. I mean, they've got that Niasla playing up front for them, so why not me?
Listen, he's quick and he scores goals, so therefore I'd have him. But as far as I'm aware and what we're led to believe is there'd be no chance of him getting a work permit.
John got his T-shirt.
He just said it was over there.
No, he got it. He got it. He said, I got it today. See, John got his T-shirt.
That's right, John.
I'd go my knee for you, but my knees are a bit down this carpet. Oh, God. So, yeah, Kane says, Kane Forshaw, footy show. For life. Says, where's my T-shirt? Oh, shit. I'll give you it in Leon. What?
No. Next.
The away leg?
Yeah. Kane normally got like a football-related question. Come fashion show.
Yeah, give us a football-related question.
Come on,
Ainsley says, I said.
It was Ashley, but yeah.
I know. Said we used the special talent clause with Foons Mori. Maybe that's why they stopped using it then.
It's out the door now.
The
special talent's being
it's like a Joker card. You get to use it once. Yeah. Higher, lower. He's not Joker, Bruce.
God bless the soul.
Yeah. So maybe we did.
Yeah.
There's 110 people watching.
I love.
Can I have more? Can we have more questions, please?
I would love us to use it, Ainsley. I would, but just saying what I've been told is at this moment in time, it would be, what do they call it? Frivolous.
Would we get would we have to wait an extra 3 games? Would he had 3 games?
Because he got bombed.
It's a frivolous work permit.
Yes.
Add another game on.
So we got one for Ever Beniga, and he didn't even play for us, which was one of the best ones we've ever had.
Remember that?
That was boss.
We went and got his work.
He went and just got his work permit because we wanted him, and he just kind of went, "Yeah, I'm not playing for you."
Mark Routledge says, "Do you think come November time, the new manager will get Barkley to sign a new contract? Yes, we are missing Lukaku's presence up front and goals, but we are missing someone with technical ability that can take the ball and beat a man. Sadly, current team simply doesn't have it." We've just done a video about Ademola Lookman, which will be the Tuesday topic tomorrow, and we touch on this quite heavily. How I don't want to ruin the video because it's really good. But
it is actually
one of the things we talk about in it is, and I'll say quite broad, are we pissing our best talent away for someone who's going to be pissing off in 18 months or even less? That's basically the crux of the argument. What are we wasting some of the best talent we've had in a very long time because the manager doesn't want to use them? And yet he won't be, well, he won't be here in summer 2019. I mean, he mightn't even be here in winter 2017. Do you know what I mean? Winter is coming and he's turning into White Walker. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Narnia.
It'll be Narnia forever.
See, that's the difference between me and Baz. I'm talking, you know what I'm talking? And he's talking about the lion, the witch, and the fucking wardrobe.
Dragons.
The famous five next.
Mate. Talked about famous five last night. Timmy the dog, beast. Boss. Famous five is great. Koeman, yeah, the new man. You know what? Just very quickly on that. Put it this way. I think there's a hell of a lot more chance Ross Barkley will sign a new contract if Ronald Koeman isn't the Everton manager.
Isn't there talk somewhere today? I seen something about Ross has been talking about playing with Dele Alli and maybe one other Tottenham player.
I believe Spurs were all over him, and he was going to go there.
Like a cheap suit.
He was going to go there, so why wouldn't you say that? But if you thought the person, a reason why you didn't want to stay somewhere was going to be there for the next 18 months, you'd be making your plans away. But if that person all of a sudden wasn't there...
Do you think that'd be enough? Do you think, seriously, if he left, do you think Ross Barkley would rethink his position at the football club? Genuinely?
That from? Yeah, I do. Okay. I do. Obviously, it depends who came in, of course it would, but I think it would make him reevaluate his position. Because if you got someone in, say someone came in like Thomas Tuchel or whoever. No, sorry. Just carry up. Just phone your missus as well, see what she's doing.
I'm getting the questions.
Say someone came in like Tuchel or whoever came in and sat down with Ross and went, listen, I want to build the team around you. Same way like Martinez kind of did, but I only actually know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Then I think Ross would go, right, okay, and then let's go then.
My mind's going to the any other business, and I'm just thinking about the train in the tunnel getting bricked up.
Oh, yeah.
They'd be unbricking. The new manager would be unbricking.
Unbricking Ross. And Adam Ola would be like that. Can I just run on a pitch and do whatever I want with the ball as well?
I don't know what.
Go and play.
I don't know what. A train.
Play free. Play free.
Josh Oldfield says, now that he's declared fit, do you think Koeman will drop Williams for Jags on Sunday?
I would. I think he should.
I've got visions of...
Well, I don't know.
I've got visions of an Irish player taking their revenge out on a Wales player tonight, and it being Ashley Williams. And every Evertonian being like...
Taylor playing? Is Neil Taylor playing?
I don't think he's played since.
Honestly, because if Chris Coleman had anything about him, he wouldn't be playing him. Because
I don't think he's played since.
He's a target. Yeah. I don't know. I'd certainly play Jags on Sunday without a shadow of a doubt. I don't think Ashley Williams has done anything to warrant being in our team at the moment. So I would definitely drop him.
Kane has got a question, footy question, not a bitchy moany question. And he said Balassi used to play up front a lot for Palace. When he's back, I'd give him a go there, but left wing back. Is a show for Baines when he needs games out. But by then, I want a new left back. I think he could play up front. I think he played up front with Ron against Man City, and I thought the physical side of the game, he was perfect for it. And when those two were in tandem for those few games, I mean, I know people we used to sit here and people have a go at him. You'd be like, yeah, he's got like five assists in like 6 games or something. Yeah. Scored the goal against Burnley. And he's got, I mean, we don't know what player he's going to come back as.
It'd be sad.
No, I know. I'm just saying we don't know. We don't know. He could come back.
Could be like, you know the way like people going to like a coma and wake up and they can speak like Spanish or something all of a sudden.
Yeah.
If he doesn't score goals, does he? He might come back from this and all of a sudden
speak striker.
He's just amazing. He's like,
imagine he come back.
He goes into like George Weah, just scores like 31 goals.
He's going to come back and speak Lebanese.
Well, he probably can.
Imagine he came back. He was terrible at footy, but knew every language in the world.
I'd rather him come back with no language in the world and score 100 goals.
We give him a job as a translator. Just throw it out there.
I'd rather him come back and score a goal. He could play up front, Kane. Wouldn't get enough goals, but he could be that physical presence.
Simon Roos says,
Yeah.
why do you think Koeman is insistent on picking Martina over Kenny? Maybe he should go to Specsavers. You work for Specsavers, don't you? You just want something to say that. And I've been fooled into it.
Advertising. Well, inside.
Probably doesn't.
I'm quite sure he doesn't. What? Because he's blind, and maybe Koeman should definitely go. Probably because he's worked with him before, and he thinks he's 27, 28. Therefore, I can trust him.
What I think about this is you can't bitch about players you haven't signed or players that you weren't allowed to sign or whatever when you play Martina. That's literally just the thing that says, no, sorry, doesn't matter how many players you wanted or whatever, you play Martina. I'm not sure we can trust you in the transfer market.
Why?
I don't think you should have the rights in the transfer market. We're taking your transfer market privileges away from you, like Bruce Willis's LA privileges in Pulp Fiction. Ask your dad.
Do not pass go. Do not.
Why was he allowed to leave LA? Well, that's a different story. He was going to get killed at first, but then he witnessed something that the guy didn't want anyone else to know about. Again, don't ask your dad about it. Your dad will get quite embarrassed. Who's Zed? Zed's dead, baby.
Why does he play Martina?
No.
There was no answer to your question, so you don't know.
I don't know. Why is there a reason to play Martina? There is none. There are none.
I just think it's because he's brought him in. I think it's as simple as that.
Mark Waymont says, on a recent video, you inferred that you knew something wouldn't happen because of what you know from behind the scenes at the club. This is more cryptic than we must have been. If you're not going to share what you know from being close to the club, doesn't that make you like all other journos? Not what we subscribed for, to be honest. What? I don't even get that. Mark, be a little bit... No, I mean, hang on, listen. We know that they watch. We know this. So if we're told something in confidence, we can't be like throwing it about. But if we sort of hint at it and we normally give you the gist of what's going on, don't we? We just don't tell you all the bells and whistles and where they come from. But at the end of the day, like anything else in the world, you've got to be trusted. And if you're not going to be trusted, you're not going to get that information anymore. Don't forget, when we get all those videos nicely lined up before we sign people and things like that, it's not done by accident. So that's sort of, we give it back to you, the people. Like Bane. So, remember that as well. Just saying. Adam Galloway says, if Koeman was sacked after the next 2 games, who would be your twos choice?
Tuchel. Ancelotti
would be mine. I think you'd get him. I know he said 10 months. 10 months is not happening when you wear your fat cash. Don't get me wrong, I like Tuchel.
He's still a little bit of a gamble.
But I actually think Ancelotti's more realistic than Tuchel, because I think Tuchel's...
Really?
I do, because I think Tuchel's waiting. Well, he's going that way, isn't he? And I think...
And where not?
Are we? I don't know. I don't know where they're going.
But that would be it.
But I think it'd be a massive gamble. Some managers like guaranteed success, and that's why they'll only take top jobs. Whereas
but Ancelotti has only managed the biggest clubs in the world, so why would he?
Because he's not going that way.
Yeah, but I still think he thinks he is.
Well, maybe he does. Maybe he's waiting. I don't know.
All I would say is, after Tuchel, I'd be struggling, I think, to look for another manager who I think could take us on. I think I'd rather, if it got to the situation where we had to get rid of Koeman, I think I'd rather just give it to him.
Can I ask you a question?
Can
I ask you a question?
Go on.
Right, I've heard the name Sean Dyche mentioned, right? And before say anything, what's the difference, right, between Sean Dyche and Thomas Tuchel before Thomas Tuchel got the Dortmund job?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
doesn't got
and the voice.
And he's got a voice.
Well, is there any difference? Like, Thomas Tuchel was managing he was at
Mans,
wasn't he? So he was on same where Klopp come from.
Yeah, Klopp relegated them.
Yeah, I know. We know that.
Boom.
But what I'm saying, boom, put that in your boom pipe and boom it.
Boom it, yeah.
But the point being is, they both got their chance going to Dortmund.
Yeah.
And then Klopp's gone on and got Liverpool, and Tuchel hasn't got a job.
And got Everton.
So I'm saying, could we be someone like Dyche's Dortmund?
Yeah, I just think my only thing with Sean Dyche is it's very Moyes-ish. Do you know what I mean?
Is that a word?
No, it's not a word, and it shouldn't be a word because it sounded shite when I said it. But it's very, I don't want to say safe.
Is it safe though? Is that actually safe?
I don't know.
Because, and I'm not advocating Sean Dyche, because I honestly don't know how I feel about Sean. Well, I know how I feel about him, but we're not going to talk about that.
What I'd say is he's quite no nonsense, but
I do actually think there's a good manager in there. I think he's quite.
He is.
I think he's quite savvy.
Could he take a job as high up as what Everton want to be and where Everton want to get?
That's the question I'm asking, though. Rather than I'm asking that question, if German clubs are prepared to take the likes of Klopp and Thomas Tuchel, who, for me, did they have football? Klopp didn't have a football career. No. He played second division and that kind of thing. I think Tuchel was, yeah. I don't know if Tuchel was much. He's not a massive name, is he? So what I'm saying is, if a club like Dortmund were prepared to give those players, those managers a chance, or those coaches a chance from what they'd seen at a lower down clubs that again probably would be in the Burnley bracket, then why do we find it so hard to give those? Why would we instantly look at someone like Tuchel and not look at someone like Dyche?
Well,
that's what I'm asking.
Would Dyche get the Liverpool job?
But he might now, right? And maybe I'm doing us a disservice, but I'm just looking at it. Who'd have thought Tuchel and Klopp would have got the Dortmund job? Now I know Klopp made Dortmund what they are now because in the 90s they were a big side and they got to the European Cup final, they got beat by Juventus, but then they lost all the money and went downwards, and he brought them back up with his there
was a lot went on though. He was
I know, but he did well, and he had no money, and that's why Liverpool loved him. No, I know he did, and he ended up getting them into Europe that season as well. I don't want to dismiss what he did. Tuchel took that on. And I just wonder what the difference is, because we don't see them like that. You wanted Tuchel when he wasn't at Dortmund. You wanted Tuchel. So why? So this is what I'm saying. You wanted Tuchel when he was an up and coming manager before anyone had heard. You wanted him before Manes. I'll give you that. I did. Right. So that's the question I'm asking you. Why would you be happy to take Tuchel, who was this unknown in German football? But I'm not saying you don't want Sean Dyche. But why is that different? That's what I can't quite put.
Because the stuff I'd read about Tuchel and his training methods and what his ideology is and what he sees in terms of bringing youth players through and how he sees a thread running through a club, that excited me after Moyes, because Moyes was very, it was very it was, everything was in order, it was straight lines, it was do this, it was rigid. Yeah. And that was fine. It was fine, but we were only ever going to get to a certain level with David Moyes, probably. Because that caution was always there. And I think with Thomas Tuchel, the stuff I'd read and the stuff I'd seen from his career and how he wanted to do stuff and the things, the training stuff that he brought in, that excited me. And it still excites me now, seeing what he's done at Dortmund.
I am not...
I'm not dismissing
Sean Dyche. Barry Stevens has just put, you were hammering Dyche last time the job was up for grabs. Yes, I was. Because... number one, I wanted a big name. And I'm not even putting his name in the hat now. I'm just asking I'm asking the question, why do we gravitate towards people in Europe that have done nothing more than people have done in the Premier League? Yeah. That's the question I'm asking. I'm not advocating
I just think more people, players as well, I think more players would want to play for Thomas Tuchel than they would do for Sean Dyche. Yeah,
but I'm talking now. I'm talking.
Listen, Sean Dyche could turn out to be Alex Ferguson.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about probably.
Well, not I mean, that'd be weird if they stripped Ferguson's mask off and it was Dyche. Because how's he managed to do the Scottish accent for so long and then go back into that gruff? And you know,
but that's basically all I'm saying is that why is that separation? Because
I just think
this goes into what I'm saying about there aren't that many names out there, but then you go, well, actually, is there that many names out there? You know, are we just not giving people a chance? Is it because every time
Eddie Howe's another one?
Yeah,
Sean plays lovely football, but you just get the feeling.
Have we been stung by appointing Martinez that we now feel like we can't have someone who's not tried and tested?
I want to move away from the Martinez thing, but I don't know whether the Sean Dyche thing follows on from David Moyes. That's all I was saying. Sean Dyche could be a fantastic manager for us. Just what I think.
Let's have a look. I go back to I struggle for names.
Yeah,
that's why I want. But
ideally, Ronald Koeman would say.
I want to start. I want to start at the top and work my way down. So that's
okay.
Ancelotti, Tuchel, and. Then again, do you know what? There's probably people watching this going, what the fuck has Thomas Tuchel done? He went to Dortmund. And did nothing.
They were decent.
I'm not saying...
fell out with them.
He fell out with them because they didn't like the way he played, because he was a bit like their Martinez. They wanted soft shites, heavy metal, and he didn't give them that. He wanted to play football. So the styles clashed and he ended up with no job. John Fairlong says, never mind Ross. Shouldn't we be building a side around Tom Davies?
Yes.
I think the problem with that is I think Tom Davies is a harder player to build a team around. I think for a team to build a team, we use that word a lot and it doesn't really mean anything. No. But I think to build a team around the player, he needs to be the centre of everything you do. So he needs to be the creative spark. I don't know if Tom's the creative spark in a team. I think he's a brilliant player, or can be a brilliant player.
But I think when you say build a team, I think just be part of the team.
I think
it means.
But I think someone like I'm using it at the moment for Gylfi Sigurdsson. I think we should be building a team on Gylfi Sigurdsson, because I honestly think that we're mistreating him. I mean, we're not putting him in a cage and beating him, or getting him out to do pitches to tourists. No, but that's fine. But you can say that all day. How much you give him, but
I don't want to say it all day. I just said it.
You've been sitting here all day saying it.
And I haven't said it.
So I don't think Tom Davies is necessary. Aaron Phillips, Aaron, where are you getting this information from? He said, "What's Onyekuru doing in Liverpool?" When did this happen?
Well, if he's here, he's not in here with us.
Let us know when this happened, because the last I knew, he was in Nigeria playing footy for Nigeria. So let us know, because I mean, we've been in here. Sometimes we're blind to what's going on the outside. Mark Wayman says, "What about Moyes with money, given how well he did with none?"
Nope.
No. Listen,
so never go back.
I have no problem with David Moyes. I have no problem with what he did with us. A lot of history's been rewritten. A lot of his football was Boss. A lot of it was Dross. But at least when he had Dross,
he never had Ross.
He did have Ross, but he wouldn't make Ross the boss.
No.
And
we sometimes
I can't think of any. No, but when it was shite, at least he had a formula of winning games.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, but no, I don't think we should go back. I think football moves very quickly and innovates very quickly, and I think that's one of the problems he found when he left. That is, a lot of his stuff was draconian.
Great word. Great use of the word. By the way,
Jamie Baird. Yeah, I did send you. I actually drove to your house, Jamie, last week and put that in the letterbox. Would Tuchel come to Everton now? But that's not the question for us, is it? That's not. Evertonians have got to stop asking that question. Would so-and-so come to us? Why are we trying to buy that player? Why are we trying to get that manager? Remember when people said Ronald Koeman wouldn't come to us? And we got him.
I remember laughing at a couple of my red mates when they were on about they want to Klopp. And I was like, as if he'd go to Liverpool. Are you messing? Money.
Cash money.
Flipping great.
Sell them the idea. Sell them the project. That's what we did to Koeman. And we're talking like he's sacked. He's not sacked.
I just want him to turn it round.
I'd love him to
win 5-0. That's
I'd love him to turn it round. I really would.
Let me move on.
Turn around. And Marvin
Never
Lewis. I don't
coming
know the words
back. Turn around.
Mark Weymouth again says, players often cross the path. Would you consider Brendan Rodgers or Rafa Benitez as managers? Both have managed Liverpool sides we couldn't beat, and Rafa has the European experience and allegedly loves Liverpool and scouts. Right. Can I just say first, no, about Brendan Rodgers, because I think he's a big fraud and he manages in Scotland and I could manage in Scotland.
If the Irish Martinez.
Rafa, no. And I tell you why no, because he loves Liverpool. He loves Liverpool Football Club. He loves everything about them. He's their Spanish idol, whatever. That's why I wouldn't want him. Because if people talk about Koeman being cold and not loving Everton and not calling us we, imagine him. He wouldn't be going on holiday to a villa on his weeks off. He'd be having like going to 5-time functions and going to the Liverpool store, you know, that's shite. No, thank you.
Good manager.
Some lines cannot be crossed.
Good manager.
Apart from teas.
He'll probably win a trophy as well. But there's a lot of baggage with him, and our fans, right? A lot of our fans.
On your coups, just put on his Instagram that he's in town.
So what? It's October.
To the Ubers.
He needs it
because I pick up everyone.
I'll tell you, Nico Vlasic is looking for a captain. I said he can't think it.
I wanna sex you up.
Watch any other business for clarification on this. Nico Vlasic wants a decent taxi driver. He said,
"Does he?"
Yes.
Oh, I can't do it.
No,
I wanted to.
You don't do that. Your arthritis will kick in. Don't do that. Any more questions, or is that it?
No. Barry Stevens says, I like the guy at Watford who was at Hull last year. I do. I like Silva.
Not just walk out now,
but I don't think he's ready right now. I like him as well. I said a few weeks ago that I liked him after they beat Southampton. I think he's a good. I think he did brilliantly at Hull. He made Nias the man he is today. I just don't think he's ready right now, and I don't think he'd walk out on. I mean, imagine, is there not a FIFA rule? You can't manage three teams in the same league in 1 year.
But it is for players.
No, I don't know. I do think he's a good manager. I agree with you, but I do think he's a good manager. I think, although would he be a good manager if his name was Mark Silva? Would he still be as a good manager?
If it was Silva as in S-I-L-V-E-R.
Yeah, Mark Silva, and he was from Grimsby.
If he could
from Grimsby. Mark, and he only played for he played for Aldershot, Colchester, and Mansfield.
Not Grimsby.
He got to the
because if he didn't play for his boyhood club,
he got to the Johnson's Paint Trophy final playing for Mansfield, but they got beat 2-1 by.
Don't say Torquay.
No, it wasn't Torquay. It was someone else.
Oxford United.
It was Oxford United. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I like him. It's mad. The more we talk nonsense, the more the viewer rate goes up. So Adam Galloway said on Yaku says he's in town. Aaron said he's in town.
I'm not denying it. It's October though.
But why would he, no, honestly though, why would he be here? That's weird, isn't it?
He might just be coming over to Finch Farm.
Getting his digs sorted.
Getting everything sorted. Well, no, just coming over to see it. We are his parent club, by the way.
Yeah. He might just come in, might be coming over to Finch Farm, having a bit of a check-up.
Maybe he's meeting Amakati.
I think Amakati's gone to Nigeria.
You don't know, mate, with Amo. Amo's boss. Does whatever he wants.
Amo's been here once in 4 years.
Exactly, that's how boss he is. But his kids were at the academy.
They were at the academy, left now. I want to say
they were like him, he wouldn't listen.
John Fairlong says, do you think for us to push on to higher expectations, we need someone to come in and buy out our existing board? Ken Wright, etc., who seem to be holding back with penny pinching and no ambition still. 6 weeks to buy a player with no price they ask for is crazy. Someone like Usmanov, for example, would think bigger, better, and not mess about. Surely it's not just money, but more about attitude, but the wedge would help. See, I don't know. So I'm really conflicted with the Moshiri stuff, because Moshiri's come in, put money into the club, sorted the debt, helped with the sponsorship deals, helped with the Chinese overdraft, put a plan in place.
Stadium.
But yet we still seem to be anchored to the past a little bit by not getting, I don't know. For me, if I'm being totally honest, I would like by the end of the season, let's just say, I'd like a clean sweep. I'd like him to own the shares that he needs to own. So let's say he owns 51% rather than 49%. I'd like the board to be his board. Not even it, yeah, not all his men, because I don't think that works. And let's just say key roles to be filled by other people. There's a bit of old, there's a bit of new, and I think there had to be a transition. But I think that transition now should be. I think Machine.
I think a lot of people will feel better if there was if there was changes. Put it that way. I'd be looking, if I was Machine, I'd be looking to bring in some more money men on that board as well, just for extra firepower. Personally, like,
yeah,
that's what I'd be looking for. But who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. I
don't know the ins and outs of if we are anchored to something, if we're held back, if we haven't got the money.
Again, this comes back to all the different stories you hear. Who's doing what? What's Ken Wright's role? What's Machery's role? What's Robert Elston's role? What's Denise Baxendale's role? What's Steve Walsh's role? You know, what do they all do in terms of buying players? Does Robert Elston have anything to do with buying players anymore? He used to, chief executive. Does he have anything to do with buying players? What's the fellow with the mad Russian names name?
Alexander Wright. Yeah.
What's he do? Is he just on the board? I know it's a private company, they don't need to tell us, but there is confusion, especially when you start pointing fingers and saying, why didn't we get a striker? Why didn't we do this? Whose fault was that? Why didn't we why didn't we spend? Why didn't we do this? Why didn't we do that? That's the confusion, I think. I mean, it used to be that simple. Moyes did everything. He told Bill to sign someone. Bill would look in his pockets and the couch, find nothing.
And we wouldn't sign them.
And then we wouldn't sign them. Or they come up with some mad way to finance it, like it was through Littlewoods. And then Elson would come out and tell you how hard he was working on a stadium. It was dead easy. That's it. It was like 3 people did everything, but now there's just names and people and chief executives and.
But we're moving forward.
We are. Hopefully.
I've spent 170 million since January.
Yeah, I know, but you can never get that.
That's fine, but I'm saying it. Facts are facts. If we're just dealing with facts alone, we've spent 170 million since January, and we've got a stadium going through that's on the docks, or in the pipeline.
I mean, no one's asked the question, but that's the next thing I would like. That is the next thing I would like to know. Where are we with the stadium? I think it's important that because
where's Dan Mice gone?
Exactly. He hasn't talked about it for a while. And I find I just like to know where we are with the stadium. Like, even if they come out and said, well, we're here, and you go, okay.
Didn't he say 6 months in May?
That time's gone. The time they specified is gone.
No.
They specify the time, and that's gone. I know they said it'd be next year but the thing before that, and the fella who was part of getting the stadium stuff has been suspended for financial misconduct and all kinds of stuff going on. So I think it would be nice if we just got a little bit of clarity what's going on, because otherwise, you know what gets filled by silence? Twitter fills silence, and then you'll get people
Macheri getting shot.
Yeah, Macheri getting shot. Good job, it was Sandro. Macheri getting shot.
How's Sandro getting shot?
No, he shot.
Oh, Sandro had the shot.
Yeah, but he missed. Right, let's get into final few. Mark Routledge says, would you consider playing Davis as right back? Have a big problem with Martina. Can't defend, but does my head and money ducks when the ball's coming at him? No, because there's already someone who can play right back. His name is John Joe Kenny. Adam Phillips says, think we'd all love to see clearly defined board roles, so when we have a poor summer, someone can be held accountable.
Yeah.
Adam says, do you think Steve Walsh should be under pressure?
Yeah. Man, you though, it depends what his remit, Adam, is. He does everything. So therefore, you could look at the 23s and say they're doing very well. He's brought in some good players there. The 18s are doing well. He's been involved in bringing player recruitment in there. He's just got another one of the top scouts from Arsenal came on board last week or the week before. He's got an extensive scouting network now. The whole academy's been reshuffled and the behind the scenes stuff has all gone. We've got Joel Waldron in charge of that, and there's other players. We've got Sean, forget Fallon, is it? There's one of them there as you know. So there's a lot of big changes. Things are going forward. David Underwood's got a bigger overview as well. So he's put a lot of processes in place to take the club forward. And like I say, it's not just first team recruitment. It's all the way down.
The first team is, and I know it's the first team quite literally is the bit of the iceberg sticking out the water. I know this, you know, with all that other work, Steve Walsh is finding kids for every. He's involved in finding kids for every single level, and I think that's got to be remembered. The first team is obviously the big shiny thing at the top, but that's got to be remembered. And he's doing. It seems like he's doing a really good job. It's just about getting that 1% at the top. And that's what he'll always be judged on, I suppose. But if they feel like he's doing that, then it'll be the manager at the end. And I think that's right. I think the manager should be responsible for that 1% because that 1% is his job solely. And Steve Walsh has got everything else to do. And I think that's what is important to remember. Is that ultimately the manager is responsible for that 1% and Steve Walsh is responsible for everything else. If everything else is failing, then maybe Steve Walsh should be held for account. If everything's failing on the first team, then Steve Walsh should be held account. But that's two. Barry Stevens says, before you said privy to inside info, what's the hardest thing you've kept mum about? I can't tell you.
That's come out.
Yeah.
Rooney. No, I think we've had harder than that, haven't we?
No.
We had Bezos for 4 weeks.
Bit of video for 4 weeks.
Yeah, for a couple of years ago, we had that. Martinez being told he was getting chased after
Nias's number.
Nias's number the other week, yeah. I don't. They're all different, aren't they? They're all.
The other thing I'd say is that sometimes something gets said or whatever, and it's like it can be 99.9% done, as you're well aware, but it's never done, never ever done, and things can change so quickly, and that's another reason why when people go shout their mouths out about. You learn the hard way. I remember when we first started, and we knew that Lukaku had a toe injury, and I think Greg O'Keefe chased it up, and Martin was like, "No, there's nothing wrong with him." And loads of people were like having a go at us, calling us a liar. And then about 10 matches into the season, Martin has just said on a press conference as well, it's been a difficult start for Ron because he's had a toe injury.
So what actually happened was we said he'd been injured in the training on the Thursday before the Arsenal game a couple of years ago when we were 2-0 up and they equalised. And Martinez denied it the next day and said, no, there's nothing wrong with him. And then he came off after 70 minutes limping.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, he was lucky to start the game. And we had loads coming back going, oh, yeah, sorry about that. Because the problem is you've got people who are trying to jump on everything, put everything out on Twitter and want to be the first. And a lot of it's like the Sandro thing. We knew Sandro had agreed a deal and been in Liverpool the week before. Someone in the hotel. We knew he was coming in 3 or 4 days before. He came in, done it, and someone clocked him on the Sunday, put it out. And then he hadn't agreed at that time. Then we knew that he'd agreed the deal with Atletico Madrid. And then we also knew that Steve Walsh had got him back round the table. And he changed his mind, agreed to come to Everton, and yet it wasn't done for 3 weeks. And we knew it hadn't been ratified, but people were bouncing on Twitter, giving it all that.
The other thing about it is like, what would people rather have? Would they rather have, like, we just get ourselves ready, don't we? Just have videos ready, you know. And sometimes they don't see the light of day. Actually, there's there's been a few that I've never seen the light of day because in the end it doesn't happen. But we just take the information and prepare ourselves and get the video ready.
It's like though, if someone says to me, "This is happening," and don't say a word, and then we come on and do a video and go, "Oh yeah, he's signing," or we go on Twitter and go, "Oh, brilliant, he's signing." Why would they then give us that information? Now, two reasons why I wouldn't. If someone says to me, "Don't say a word," two reasons why I wouldn't. A, if you haven't got my word, if my word doesn't mean anything, what's the point?
My word is my bond.
No, but what's the point?
No.
If I say to you, I won't say nothing, then I do. What am I? And secondly is, I would never want an Everton signing jeopardised ever, because I'm an Evertonian first and foremost, and I'd rather have the information to myself for it not to go any further and know that we're going to get that player. And to some people, they will find that fanciful and go, as if that would jeopardise it. It does. In some respects, it does. Trust me, it does. So, well, that's why.
If a club is alerted by the availability of somebody through a rumour that's been started, and then that rumour ends up in a newspaper, it can, and it has.
Of course, it's happened. Put it this way: we've been banned a couple of times by things getting out.
Well, they even said that in the Santo video or whatever it was. People actually said, "We hope this doesn't jeopardise." It was a secret meeting. Otherwise, you just couldn't meet them anywhere, wouldn't you? It was a secret meeting. So other clubs didn't find out that we were sniffing around, that we were trying to get him.
The reality is, he shouldn't have been.
No, you have secret meetings, have them.
No, but he shouldn't have been where he should have been.
Yeah,
he should have been. This club didn't. That kind of stuff.
Won't say anymore. But yeah, we use the information to prepare ourselves to get videos out.
And because we're Evertonians, and we love it. We're made up that things are coming off,
and that's it. Last question, Mark. This is the biggest question. PES or FIFA?
Really? To me, it's a no-brainer. FIFA all day long.
PES. So there goes our games.
Not really, because we'll both play. You don't see what we say. PES is good, but the pitch is too big and the defences are too open. So
it's good, exciting football, Baz. Right, thanks for joining us. We've had loads of people watching us, loads of questions. And so thanks. And now we want to go home, because for once we're going home at a decent early time.
Well, yeah, not bad. Yeah. That's still light, so that's a bonus.
Is it? Well, just. So hopefully, we'll do this every week. Hopefully around 6 o'clock, and hopefully we'll start getting video. Like you get to come on live as well, rather than just throwing comments.
Get people on.
Yeah. Do it. So thanks for watching, and make sure to check out our videos. We've got one on Koeman, one on Luchman, and then obviously all the stuff looking forward to the game.
The retros. Check the retros stuff.
I've done two retros.
Two retros.
Half 3 of the 85.
And Brighton versus Everton.
We've done Brighton.
1983.
The last time we played them.
Check it out, boss. Check it out.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.